Good morning, calling you, calling me to a state of higher consciousness, to investigating ourselves in such a way we are going to receive a greater sense of self-awareness with the possibility of self-improvement. Being in a comfortable posture while we're having our discussion is important. One, it gives us a foundation to be comfortable and relax, feeling a sense of ease. Secondly, we're not being disturbed because we're not comfortable. We can focus our attention on our conversation. Third is by maintaining a relationship to our physical foundation, we alleviate thinking about other things because we're focused on ourselves. And this settling process, this easing process, has a chance to permeate our consciousness and our being. The unsettled part of ourselves in turn fades away. And this is what we need, this is what we want, this is what we're doing. In whatever posture one has chosen, make sure that it is as we're hoping it to be. We are comfortable and becoming more at ease, tranquil, feeling a sense of grace. We're aware of ourselves as we're breathing, as our heart is squeezing and our vascular system is pulsing, as our body emanates heat, and as the underlying commotion in our trillions of cells is sensitively felt. This is a great beginning to find one's foundation, these four different aspects of our being. Please, doing this now, if you haven't already. Breathing in a sense of intently following one's breath in the four parts of one's breath. One's inhale, then at the top of one's inhale, one's pause between inhale and exhale, and then following one's exhale. And then again, there is a second pause between one's exhale and one's new, soon-to-be-had inhale. The four parts of one's breath. Following this closely. Even being playful and curious and elongating these different elements. Not by much, but enough to be comfortable, but still enough to lengthen one's breathing process. One is not only comfortably physically seated or standing or laying down, but that one is adding another element to this, and one is breathing in a more relaxed and calming way. Finding this. Please, now let me guide you in our journey. And keeping an in and out awareness of one's breathing. When one thinks about it, then remember what we've just said. These are keys to helping facilitate this easing process. And thinking about one's chest, rising and subsiding with each breath. And nestled between one's lungs, one's heart, squeezing and then relaxing. Squeezing and then relaxing again, 60 times a minute, 90,000 times a day, more or less. This miracle of creation occurs. Feeling one's pulse. Wherever one can have a sense of this, one's wrist crease under the thumb, with your palm up, placing your opposite hands, forefinger and middle finger, and press gently down at the top where your wrist is, and you will find your radial artery is merrily pumping blood into your fingers, into your hand. So you know you're alive. It's a beautiful thing. As one practices more, beginning to have a sensitivity that you find your pulse without needing to do this fingers on one's wrist crease motion, and just by being aware, feel in different parts of one's body a sense of your pulse. It may be behind your eyes, or it may be in your cheeks, or your temple, or your neck, or it could be your heart itself one feels, or in your hands or feet. Wherever one feels it, could be in your legs, wherever. Every place is legitimate because every place has arteries and veins reaching to them for the dissemination of oxygenated blood and the collection of deoxygenated or carbon dioxide-laden blood to return and be expelled through our lungs again and an exhalation. This is a process, another one of the miracles, of the many miracles of being, of evolution. Keeping a semblance of awareness of these two processes now, of breathing and of pulsing. Adding a third, being aware of one's body emanating heat, feeling one's warmth. Being sensitive again that you can feel your own heat. Maybe putting your hands together or resting your hands on skin, wherever it is, maybe on your legs, maybe on your cheeks. It's okay. And again, adding this in. So now we have 3 different measures of our own physicality we're consuming consciousness with. Our breathing, our pulsing, and our emanation of heat, of kinetic energy. Where is this energy coming from? It's coming from the first 2 processes we're speaking about. When we breathe, our lungs are like bellows with the diaphragm, and they're rising and subsiding, and this is creating energy. Energy is being utilized to have a successful process. Similarly with one's heart, squeezing, relaxing, squeezing, relaxing. It is this way. The heat is transferred through one's body, through one's vascular system. So it's spreading through your whole body, keeping it warm. Fourthly, beneath these 3 is a more generalized feeling, just like the heat is a lead up to this. And the heat is a part of this. It is one's cellular activity, one's trillions of cells we have in our bodies also emanating energy, vibrating, feeling one's vibration, feeling one's breath, one's pulse, one's heat, and one's shimmering majesty of being alive. Because this is what this is. This is what all 4 of these together represent. Alive Homo sapiens, being this way, and allowing all 4 of these different aspects of one's physicality to coexist simultaneously, if you wish. And being aware of them as they come into your mind. Being kind to oneself, because you are multitasking, right? And sometimes you're going to think of these things, and maybe sometimes you'll think of something extraneous that has nothing to do with these things, and realize it's okay. Be understanding and compassionate. These are 3 of the virtues that we're looking for: kindness, understanding, and compassion. These are very important for oneself and for those around you, in all the layers of one's relationships, one's families, one's friends, one's associates, one's state or province or nation, one's world. It is all important and all working together. Remembering each of us is like a building, an edifice. It has the potential to have many stories, many levels, many floors. And considering each floor is a different year or set of years of one's life's experience, and help make up one's personality based upon those experiences. So we have a foundation. Our foundation is everything that has come before, our DNA. And the first floor is while we are an infant. And the second floor may be when we're a toddler. And the third floor may be when we're just little kids. And the fourth floor may be when we're a little older in 5th or 6th grade. And so forth and so on until we reach adulthood in these different floors. 7 floors, 10 floors, I don't know how many floors, 20 floors, whatever you have. Each layer one adds, each floor one adds to the totality of one's edifice, needs to be scrutinized in one's everyday events and one's everyday proceeding through life and one's flowing moments as we continue our journeys individually. And to be careful. The elevator works in your building so you can change the level of your floors depending upon the circumstance that you find oneself in. When one is unsettled, for instance, a wonderful thing is to be able to hit the down button to quiet all of one's restlessness and descend to one's foundation, leaving one's ego, leaving all the cultural and sociological and civilizational elements above and not necessarily considered, coming into a state of meditation, one's physicality, like we've been discussing. If one is settled and feels ready to change floors again, then you hit the button to go to the 3rd floor or the 10th floor or the 20th floor, whatever your building holds. But remember that it can change. You can go up and down. And this is the point of today's communication, is that we have this ability. The higher our building gets, the more problematical things also can get. When you have a high skyscraper, we have to be careful of many different things that with a lower edifice we don't need to consider, like lightning or wind or structural integrity. So these things, how do they equate to you and I as human beings? Well, they're different aspects of it. Where is your ego? What floor is your ego on? It's not on the first floor when you're a baby or in your foundation. It's something evolves over time. One's education, one's environment. These are the things help create whom we are. And these are on higher floors. So we're saying to ourselves, well, I'm going down to my foundation and letting all of these other things subside so that I can clear my head, clear my mind, and so I can meditate mindfully. This is what we're talking about. It does not need to be for a set amount of time any more than it needs to be that you need to just focus on your breath or focus on your heartbeat or your heat or your shimmering majesty. It can be a combination of all of these things, including the sense of time. What one person accomplishes in 15 minutes or half an hour or an hour, another might accomplish in 5 or 10 moments, seconds of time. Why? Because one uses different keys. One's elevator is in better shape. One hasn't built as many layers or levels of personality as someone else. It's like articles of clothes. How long does it take you to get dressed? Do you need to put on lipstick and fingernail polish and deodorant and body perfumes and layers upon layers of clothes and jewelry, a hat, a way to comb one's hair, to style one's hair? And it's not female or male. I'm just saying in generalities to saying these are all items are on top of our basic physical beings. Or is a shower enough? And you brush your teeth and you're ready to go. How many layers? It's a generalized point. Don't take it as any more than that. Okay? Thinking about these things are important, especially if one is unsettled, as I've had a lot of things on my mind the last few days. And when I realized I'm up in the clouds, up on the higher floors of my edifice, it all of a sudden dawns on me that all I need to do is just get in the elevator and press the bottom floor to be here now. A bundle of miracles, as we truly are humbled in our realization of how lucky we are and the magnitude of the immensity of creation, our universe, and thankful for having this opportunity to live, to be alive, to play a part. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. The music goes on for another minute. Please reflect. Namaste.